I made a video the other day about just basically describing a random or an incident that keeps happening now in the last 2 weeks to 6 weeks, as to where every time I'm going somewhere there's an influx of police presence at my location or just driving past me. And the Thursday just gone, a car drove past me and slowed down, and the officer were hanging out of a window or looking for a window, what seemingly appeared to me to be observing somebody. So I've noticed that it's not possible not to notice it, like it's unavoidable, or you cannot ignore it. The mad influx over the last 2 to 6 weeks, especially the last 2 weeks in particular, of police presence at my location or driving past me. It's as simple as that. And I'm just going to be completely honest and basic about it. I've been homeless now for 3 years, bang on 3 years, 3 years and 2 weeks to be precise. And in that time, I have walked every day to locations, to get food, to wash my clothes, to go to the library, every single day for 3 years. And before those 3 years, I used to walk to the library then, near enough every day, 3 times a week, and go to work every day walking. And this is no exaggeration or a lie, it's very rare or seldom I'd see police cars on the road driving around. Never see them. And I made a specific, there's been times where I've made a specific option to actually look for it and actually see if I can see that. Can't see it whatsoever. So there's been times where I've been looking and I can't see it. But this particular time, over the last 2 weeks, 6 weeks, it's evident beyond any doubt. Put it this way, I'm walking for 1 hour, or sometimes less than an hour, sometimes 30 minutes. And within that 30 minutes to an hour, I'm seeing 1 to 4 cars guaranteed every time. I'll be honest now, in the last 2 weeks, it's been near enough every single time I've walked somewhere that a car's driven past me. Not always observing me, but driving past me. And it's starting to, the only time this has happened, or the only time I've ever seen this happen, is when I got out of jail in 2017 when they high risked me. So they put me as high risk when I got out of jail in 2017, and every time I left the hostel or the house, I would be bombarded with cop cars driving past me. A lot more than what I am now, to be honest. But that's the only time that I've ever seen police cars driving past somebody with such frequency and as such often occurrences, as such regular occurrences like I'm now. Every time I'm going somewhere or leaving somewhere, a cop car's driving past me. And it might be said, well, it's summer, this and that, but I mean, like I said, the one on Thursday was clearly, they're not always observing me, but this one on Thursday reiterated what I'm saying, because I went to the food bank on the Edges and one of them was staring at me. She slowed the car down and stared at me whilst driving, and I'm going to make the suggestion that she were obviously observing me, whether it's observing my behaviour, observing my appearance, or just see if I'm taking any drugs, or any information she could get, whether I'm showing signs of mental illness, taking any drugs. For me, that's all I can suggest that she is doing. But the fact of the matter is, that's what she was doing. This is now 1 to 4 times every time I leave the tent or go anywhere to wash my clothes, to get some food. And the only time I've ever seen this, where it's a constant police cars being in your area or driving past you and looking at you, is when I got out of jail in 2017. So I know from that, whatever information they've put in the system has had a significant impact on my life in society, because I've not seen this ever since 2017. We're in 9 years ago. In those 9 years, I've walked nearly every day, or majority of days, not seen. You obviously see them now and again, cars, they don't pay any attention to you, or if you ever do see them, they've got the lights on going somewhere. The majority of these times, none of these officers have got the lights on, they're just cruising past you. And in some occasions, like last Thursday, they're obviously making deliberate intent to observe you, as though they're looking for something. So I don't know what information they put in the system, but the only time I've seen this level of observation or this level of frequency of police having interest in me is when I got out of jail in 2017. So I don't know what information they put in, but it's recognisable to me or noticeable to me in society. And it is now 13th of July 2026. I've not been to jail since 2017, which is 9 years ago. I've not been done now for a crime for 2 years, which I had all them years without any trouble, and then I got done 2 years ago. But in those 2 years, I've not had any incidents like this. So it's been over 2 years since I've had an incident with the police, and there hasn't been any cause. There wasn't any cause at the time when I was in trouble. There wasn't any problem with it whatsoever. So this has now just sprung on me all of a sudden. I don't know if they're looking for drugs or somebody's made a complaint, or whether they're just observing my behaviour. I don't know. It's not for me to suggest. It's not for me to think about. But all I can say to this camera right now is there's been a serious, significant and unavoidable increase in police presence or police interest in me on a daily basis, up to 4 times, 5 times an hour, where I'm actually out in the area. I'm going to get my clothes washed. There's 2 cars driving past me. I went to the food bank last week. I had 3 cars drive past me, and I've got it on video as well. One of them was showing seed. Like I said, one of the women were looking at me, and then when I got further down the road, a car went past me, or a van went past me, and then spun it round and then come past me again. So, and I got that on video as well, so it's not me being a liar or like what the police claim and where I make it up. It was blatantly obvious, beyond a reasonable doubt, that she were having a particular interest in me, and then the van went past me, saw me, and then turned it round and come back down after me, and then spun it round again, spun it round at the side of me. So it might be, they might say paranoia, they might say mental illness. It's not, it's evident, you cannot miss it. I had it on video, I've got it on video. I've never had that incident. Put it this way, there's not been an incident where a police car's turned round on me for years that I can remember, ever. Since I've been out, since 2017, it's now 2026. There's not been one incident where a police car in all those 9 years has seen me, spun the van round or the car round, and then spun it round at the side of me again. Not been that incident in those years, not seen that incident. And it was evident the other day, like, that's the van I've just seen. I got it on video, that's the van that's just gone past me. It's gone to a road, spun round and come back to see me and spun round at the side of me again. So what I mean is it's obviously turning to see what it appears to be. Just, I've got it on video, pulling up at the side of me, like, I've not seen that since 2017. So all I'm going to summarise it is I don't know what police information they've got, what information they've put in the system, or what's changed. But I have not seen this frequency of police presence or this interest in me by police since I was high risk in 2017. So whatever information they've put in will be I don't know what information they've got, because I've got nothing to do with high risk whatsoever. There isn't anything about my life that's high risk, I can guarantee. Now, these incidents where these police are seeing me every single time, I'm either going to wash my clothes, coming back from the gym after having a shower, or I'm going to collect food, and there isn't any bit of the day that's illegal. So every single time these officers see me, there won't be any bit of my behaviour or anything that day, week or month that'll ever be illegal. So whatever suggestion they've got or information they're working from, like I said, I'm not really fussed, I've got nothing to hide. I'm just saying it's becoming excessive now, where I can't go anywhere because I'm getting bombarded 3 or 4 times by police driving past me showing interest in me. I'd suggest that's breaking sessions or another method of mortification of self, where they're breaking down the self by showing an interest in you. I'm not saying that's been like I said, this has not happened since 2017, but that's what they do in jails and asylums, where they break down the self. They bombard you with transgressions and bombard you with criminal accusations, and in this case that's what that's manifested it as, where this woman's paying attention to me, or this van's seeing me and then spinning the van round to have a closer look. And the reason I'm making this is because it's just happened now within 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes of getting my clothes washed, literally 20 minutes of walking and getting my clothes washed, there's been 2 cars already immediately there within 20 minutes. So within walking literally a mile, if that, there's been 2 cars already within 20 minutes. And I've got another 20 minutes now, and there'll be more likely another car and another car. And I know it's summer and whatever else. Like I said, this is 2 to 6 weeks, so it's prime summer. It's not any excuse for it whatsoever, because it wasn't. I didn't see any last summer or the summer before or the 9 summers before that. So it's not an excuse, you know what I mean? There's been 1 to 4 cars, and it looks like it's increasing if you want the truth. So, like I said, I don't know what information they've put in, but it's evident to me beyond any doubt whatsoever that's unavoidable that they've obviously seemed to be a lot more frequency in my area, these officers. I'm not saying that I'm not making any suggestions that they're tracking me, or bearing in mind they've got both my phone numbers and my phones. like I said, I'm not hiding anything, but the frequency of it's just getting excessive because it's 4 cars when I'm leaving, going on an hour walk to wash my clothes, like I'm an high risk, like I'm Mappa 5 high risk. When I've not had that issue since being high risk in 2017, it's now 2026, and I'm genuinely not committing any crimes whatsoever. I'm literally going to the gym and getting food. I'm not committing any crimes whatsoever, so I don't know what they're looking for, but it's obviously excessive.